Good morning, guys. Let's start. Others might join later on. Okay. Can you hear me? Can anyone confirm me? Are you able to hear?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. Thanks for joining. Okay. Today we'll be discussing about the multi-cloud. Okay, DevOps. Okay, and Devsecops. Okay, with the help of AI. Let me share my screen. Before I jump into technical, first let me introduce myself, guys. Okay, my name is Shiva. Okay, I have 14 plus years of experience in the IT. Okay, I have done my masters and I am presently working with the Binance. Okay, if you have any idea about the cryptocurrency platform, if you are a crypto trader, you might have heard about the Binance. Binance is one of the largest crypto exchange platform. I work with the Binance as a technical architect. Okay, this is just a tech stack which I want to give it to you. Okay, let me share my screen. I hope it is visible. Okay. Now, today we'll be discussing what are the topics you will be getting taught in the next 60 to 70 days. Okay. Why I have told 60 to 70 days in the sense that 10 days is the buffer time. Okay. Because we might have some holidays or etc. Okay. In the middle. That's why the 60 to 70 days in the sorry, in the next 60 to 70 days what you will be learning. Okay, I will be explaining you today. Okay, and you will have an idea and you will be getting the real time experience and the live projects. I will explain you what kind of live projects you will be doing over here. Okay, and I will give you a brief idea what is DevOps and what is DevSecOps and how you will be managing as what are your responsibilities, etc. Okay, now let me put it up. Okay. Uh, in my sessions, guys, you will get all the running notes, documentations, and everything. I'm not a PPT kind of guy. Okay. I don't prepare the PPTs, presentations, or slides or anything. Okay. Everything will be the practical. Okay. And I will be doing all the 6 live projects, guys. In this session, you will be doing 6 live projects. Okay. I will be explaining you in the practical. Okay. And you will also be doing it along with me. Okay, we'll have some sessions. Okay, assessment sessions and everything. I will be giving it to you. Okay, now first let us go depth into the technical what you will be learning. Okay, today you will have an idea what you are gaining knowledge in this training. Okay, now first I will start with the Linux. Okay, Linux operating system. Okay, if you have an idea about the Linux operating system, already your cloud journey started, guys. Okay, already your cloud journey started 50%. Why? Because the foundation of the cloud, okay, is the Linux, guys. Okay, if anyone asks me what are the prerequisites, okay, for getting the knowledge of the cloud or the DevOps, okay, Linux operating system is the first one. Okay, I will be teaching you the Linux operating system for at least 1 week of time. Okay, we'll go from the basic Linux commands to the advanced level. Okay, we will be discussing about the distributions, Ubuntu, Red Hat, and everything. Okay, we'll discussing about the kernels. Okay, we'll be discussing about the directories, etc. Okay, will we go in depth? Okay, and to the basic from basic to the advanced level. Okay, why I'm saying the basic to the advanced level in the sense. Okay, well, I have seen so many of students they doesn't have any knowledge of Linux in their real life. Okay, why? Because most of the time they are using the Windows operating system. They doesn't have the knowledge on it. Okay, now if anyone asks you why we have to start with the Linux and everything. Okay, why? Because the entire cloud journey, as I told you just now. Okay, the entire cloud journey starts with the Linux. Okay, the foundation is the Linux only. Okay, and all the applications. Okay, whatever you are seeing now, applications all the applications are based on the or deployed on the or running on the Linux servers only. Or you can take any kind of applications from OTT apps or to the delivery apps, any app applications, mobile applications, everything are running on the Linux servers. Okay, that's why you have to learn the Linux. Okay, to deploy any kind of application into the cloud. Okay, now at least you will be taking your 1 week of time. Okay, 1 week of time for the Linux, okay, from the basics to advanced level. Okay, then I will be going into the cloud. Okay, now I have seen. I'm 9 years into the interview panels. Okay, I have been in the interview panel since 9 years. Okay, and I have seen a lot of experienced people also say their introduction as a crap. Okay, see, whenever any person is in the interview panel, they should be get attracted to you in the starting itself. Okay, they should be able to understand your capacity and the knowledge. Okay, how it happens in the sense it has to be happening through your introduction phase. Okay, if your introduction is good, okay, your introduction is good, how you are introduce yourself and what how you are explaining your project. Okay, if I ask you how what is your project and what are your day-to-day responsibilities, okay, you should be able to explain, okay, properly, not just like random stuff or something. You should be explained clearly with the step by step and what are your day-to-day response, not just saying that I check my emails or check my Jira tickets. I've seen so many experienced people also saying that I just check my Jira tickets and I work on that Jira tickets. That is not the day-to-day response, guys. Okay, you should be able to tell that what is inside the Jira ticket. Okay, it's not just coming up the Jira ticket. I'm working on it. Okay, now I have seen so many of people explaining that I have what do you say 6 years of experience in the AWS and DevOps tools. Okay, they say AWS tools or Azure tools. No, guys, never ever say that AWS or Azure as a tools. Okay, they are the cloud services. Okay, you have to say if you want to say you have to say that Azure services. Okay, AWS services. Okay, now you have to mention about as a services, guys. DevOps or the tools. Okay, not the cloud as a tools. Okay, if you say if I am in the interview panel and if you say that AWS tool or Azure tool, okay, then immediately I will be rejecting you guys. Why? Because how much ever experience you have, okay, you should be presenting yourself good. Otherwise, it's waste of time. Okay, now you have to. We will be learning about the cloud services. Okay, we will be learning both AWS and Azure parallelly, guys. Okay, AWS and Azure parallelly. Okay, now you might ask yourself question why I need to learn both or which one is the which one is on the top. Okay, if I learn what is the two what is the cloud provider which is on the top, it's enough, right? Why I have to learn that both? Okay, because so many, this is a frequently asked question from the students, is saying like which one I have to learn. Okay, either AWS or Azure. It's not about selecting one of them, guys. Okay, you have to gain the knowledge of both. Why? Because see, at the end of the day, it's a business decision. Okay, which cloud provider needs to be coming into the project. Okay, see, if the AWS is and AWS and Azure both are giving you the same services, and if someone is giving you the within the less price, okay, of course you will go there. Okay, we also do the same thing, right? For suppose if I like iPhone, okay, I just check out in multiple stores, guys. Okay, I just check out in multiple stores and I check out which one is good and sorry, which one is reasonable and which one is giving me any some offers or something. Okay, here also the same way the business management is trying to look out the which one is giving you the best offers or which one is giving you the any what is say billing feasible billing facilities. Okay, some of the organizations get the billing facilities from the Azure saying that okay, you pay for 6 months. Okay, you just pay every 6 months, not every 1 month. Okay, like these are all the facilities given by the Azure and the AWS guys. Okay, it's not something everything it's not something one is on the top, another one is on the second or something like that. Okay, it's purely business decision and you have to learn both. Okay, you have to learn gain the knowledge of AWS and Azure. That's why we are teaching you the multi cloud. Okay, you should be able to survive. Okay, if the interview comes up and says that hey, I have only I want only AWS. Okay, then you should not say no, I know only Azure, I cannot work on the AWS. You should not say that. Okay, never ever say to any interview that I don't know. Okay, you should say the answer in such a way that I have some knowledge on it, but I need some real time experience to gain that knowledge. Okay, this is how you have to embrace yourself within the interviews. Okay, now we'll go with the AWS and Azure services, what we will be learning in the next 60 to 70 days. Okay, now first one will be the IAM. Okay, I will be just writing down the services, and you will have some idea what is the services and what is the real time on these services. Okay, just give me. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, IAM, Identity Access Management. Okay, okay, IAM, Identity Access Management, and AD in the sense Active Directories. Okay, now when I write one service slash another one, this is the AWS one. Okay, this belongs to the AWS. Okay, and this belongs to the Azure. Okay, the service usage is same, guys. Okay, but the sorry, the service uh, requirement is same. Okay, but how you are using it and how it is developed a little bit different will be there in the two different cloud providers. Okay, now the identity access management, okay, in the sense how to give the access to the cloud. Okay, what are the roles, what are the permissions? Okay, for suppose let's take an example. In our team there are multiple developers. Okay, one is the database developer, one is the AI developer is there. Okay, another one is the front end developers. Okay, how to give the access to the cloud? Okay, to those developers. Okay, now you have to give the restriction access. You have to follow the policies. You have to follow the permissions. Okay, the database engineer should not have the permissions of AI tool Bedrock or something. Okay, he should be only accessible to the only database services which are RDS and etc. Okay, you should be restricting the people. Okay, you should be restricting the people, and you should know what is the proper permissions. Okay, to give to the engineers. Okay, to what kind of engineers and what are the work he is doing on. Okay, everything will be taught you on this identity access management and Azure directory, guys. Okay, Azure Active Directory. Okay, now the next, just let me write it down. Users. Okay, roles, permissions. Okay, permissions in the sense policies, etc., etc. Okay, now the next one which we will be learning over here, it is the very important one, which is VPC. Okay, okay, VPC or VNet. Okay, in the Azure we call it as VNet, guys. In the AWS we call it as virtual private cloud. Okay, in the Azure we call it as virtual network. Okay, now this is very very important, guys. Okay, this is the foundation of your entire cloud architecture. Okay, entire cloud architecture, this is the foundation, guys. Okay, you will be gaining the knowledge on this. Okay, of what is regions, what are the availability zones. Okay, what are the availability zones? AZ is called as availability zone, guys. Okay, okay, and the next one will be the subnets, route tables, etc., etc. Okay, I don't want to write everything. Okay, but I just want to give you the real time examples. Okay, the time which I want to give you is real time example. Okay, now I don't know how many of you follow the geopolitical news or anything. Okay, if you have followed the geopolitical news, the US and Iran war is happening, and Iran has striked. Okay, Iran has striked the uh, US data centers. Okay, Iran strike on the AWS data centers in Bahrain and uh, I think so in Bahrain only. Okay. Yeah, in UAE and Bahrain. Okay. Now you can see Iran bombs Amazon web centers in UAE and Bahrain. Okay. Iran strikes Amazon facility in Bahrain. Okay. Like it has been striked a lot. Okay. Now, what happens if something happens to the AWS data center? First of all, what is data center? What is availability zone? What is region? Okay. All these things will be learning. Okay. In this virtual private cloud. Okay, in this virtual private cloud, and you will have an idea entirely. Okay, this is very important topic. Okay, I will be giving you one day before intimation that tomorrow we'll be doing this, and you will have an idea. Okay, all these things services we will be creating in the AWS and Azure parallelly. Okay, and everything. We have to do it practical. Okay, I will be showing you how to create it, and you have to do it in the next one session or two sessions, and you have to have that idea. Okay, now the next one, which is security groups. Okay, security groups, or we call as NSGs. Okay, now network security groups. Okay, in Azure they call us network security groups. In the AWS they just call us security groups. Now you will be learning who can access your application. Okay, who can access your application. Okay, who can access your application, or who can access your cloud machine. Okay, who can access your cloud machine, who can access your cloud machine. Okay, everything you will be able to get the idea on the security groups, guys. Okay, I will give you an example. Okay, I used to have one elder sibling. Okay, when I was studying engineering. Okay, I used to have one sorry, not used to, I was having one elder sibling. Okay, and he was already working. Okay, he was 4 years elder than me, and he was already working into the Infosys. Okay, and I used to just sit beside him, okay, to gain the knowledge what he is doing and everything. Okay, I used to just sit beside him, and he was entering some data. Okay, in the Infosys portal. Okay, in the Infosys portal, he used to send that Infosys dot logs, something like that, logs dot portal or something. Okay, and I have also entered the same domain. Okay, I was just sitting beside him, and I also entered the same domain in my mobile phone. Okay, when I entered the same domain in my mobile phone, it was not able to access. Okay, I was not able to access this. Okay, I was not able to access it. Okay, I was not able to access this. This is how I used to get it in my mobile phone. Okay, but in my brother's system, it used to open, guys. Okay, I asked him, "Hey, brother, why it is opening for you and why it's not opening for me?" Okay, we are in the same network and etc. etc. We are using the same Wi-Fi. Okay, why it's not opening and everything. Okay, this was very long back, guys. It was 2009 and 10. Okay, at the time. Okay, then he was just laughed. He just laughed and he said that you won't understand. Really, I didn't understand at the time until I joined the IBM. Okay, when I joined the IBM, then I was working on the IBM cloud and etc. Then I got to know that okay, there is a concept called a security group, where the application, okay, where you can restrict the access to the application. Okay, now I have a domain called as infosys.logs.com for suppose. Okay, it means I can restrict the people who can access this application. I can say that only few people can access the application. Only a couple of people or only one person in the whole world can access this application. I can restrict that with the help of the network security groups or security groups. Okay, we will be learning about what is an IP. Okay, you have to understand what is an IP, what is public IP, private IP, etc. Okay, and you will be having an idea how to identify IPs. Okay, for suppose if I give you this number, okay, now you should be able to tell whether this is the public IP or private IP. Okay, that is the specialty of the cloud engineer. Okay, immediately you have to say that this is public IP. Immediately you have to say this is private IP. Okay, the range you should be able to remember it. Okay, now the next one, which you have to, which I will be teaching you here, it is load balancers. Okay, load balancer or traffic manager, guys. Okay, load balancer or traffic manager, or the next one we will be sorry, the continuation one will be auto scaling. Okay, auto scaling, guys. Load balancer or traffic manager or the auto scaling, the next part, both hand to hand you will be learning. Okay, I will give you a best example on this, both, guys. Okay, now everyone does shopping. Okay, everyone does shopping, like we do the online shopping, Amazon, Flipkart, or Black Friday sale, etc., etc. Okay, big billion day sale, etc. Now what I am trying to explain you is, just imagine just one day before of the big billion day sale. Okay, how many people will be there in the Flipkart application? Hardly one day before, in the sense, hardly 10,000 people or 20,000 people. Why? Because they already knows that tomorrow there is an offer. Okay, we will get best prices and everything. Okay, you will not be using the shopping on one day before of the big billion day sale. Okay, one day before of the big billion day sale, you will not be doing the shopping. Okay, and you will be waiting for the prices go down. But have you ever seen, okay, just exactly at 12 a.m., okay, there will be millions of people, there will be millions of people accessing the application, guys. But still, okay, but still, you will not face any latency. The Flipkart will not face any latency. Okay, either it may be 10,000 people or 10 million people. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter to the Flipkart because it has the load balancer. Okay, it has the auto scaling. Okay, it has the auto scaling and the load balancer where it will help the application. Okay, where it will help the application run successfully without any issues, without any latencies. Okay, all these. Okay, I can give you the negative example also. Uh, for suppose if you've seen the 10th standard or 12th standard exam results. Okay, now hardly 10th and 12th standard students will be 4 lakhs or 5 lakhs people, guys. Okay, or maybe 10 lakhs people in the state. Okay, in one state 10 lakh people or something like that. Okay, just for the 10 lakh people, the 10th or 12th standard exam results website cannot withhold, guys. Okay, it will say server down. Okay, it will say that application is not working properly. Okay, if the results open at 10 a.m., okay, you can't even access your hall ticket or you cannot get the results until 10:20 or 10:15. Okay, it is taking 15 minutes or 20 minutes of time to get one result. How, why it is happening like that? In the sense, because it is not having any load balancer or it is not having any auto scaling in the background of that application. That's why it is behaving like that. Okay, this all these things you will be gaining the knowledge in the real time. I will be showing you how to do it, how to create it, and how to deploy an application in the live projects. Okay, now the next one which we'll be taking out is S3, or we can call it as in the Azure, we call it as blob storage. Okay, now, and the next one will be the CloudFront. Okay, these 6 and 7 will be together, and 4 and 5 will be the together, like hand to hand. You have to work it together, then only you will be able to deploy it. Okay, now again, the S3 is the storage service or a blob storage. You can call it in the name itself. We had as a storage. Okay. Now, I want to give you another example over here. For every service, I want to give you the best real time examples where you can link to it. Okay, you can understand it, and it's already in your day to day life, guys. Cloud is already into your life, but you doesn't know that. Okay, you are just using your cloud every day, but you doesn't know it where you are using it. Okay, now if you have any influencer friends like Instagram or YouTube influencers, just go and ask them. Okay, they click the 100 pictures or 100 pictures a day or 20 to 30 videos a day, guys. Okay, they do a lot of videos, a lot of pictures. Why? Because that is only their bread and butter. Okay, now but they will post only hardly 3 or 4 videos, or only 5 or 6 photos, guys. Okay, what happens to those remaining photos and videos? Okay, they will not delete it, guys. Okay, why? Because they click the photos with the professional photographer. Okay, they have to pay the money to the photographer by monthly basis or per each click or something like that. Okay, now they will not delete those photos. Okay, they will put it up in the cloud, guys. Okay, they will put it up in the cloud, and they are using these cloud services like S3 or the blob storage, where it will be able to deploy their portfolio. Okay, now the CloudFront is the one which able to deploy their static web hosting. Okay, here our first project will be there, guys. Okay, I will be teaching you the first project, which is static web hosting. Okay, static web hosting. I will be teaching you static web hosting with S3 and CloudFront. Okay, now you will be able to deploy your application. Okay, you'll be able to deploy your portfolio or your blogs or something. Okay, without serverless. Okay, this is the serverless project, guys. Okay, it means you don't need any server, you don't need any mission. This is the simple static web hosting, static pages. Okay, all this you'll be able to do it in the first project. Okay, after 2 weeks of time. Okay, now the next one you will be able to understand. Here it is, Route 53. Okay, the DNS providers. Okay, DNS providers you will be learning. Okay, this is the one of the cloud engineer responsibility to handle the DNS, guys. Okay, the domain name system, what kind of records you have to add it, and how to add it, and you'll be learning everything over here in the Route 53. Okay, now the next important one. Okay, very important one is volumes and snapshots. Okay, volume and snapshots. Okay, now this is entirely you can call it as a backups. Okay, entirely you can call it as a backups. Now in the movies, okay, they will be showing you if something hacking is happening to your application or something. Okay, hacker is trying to attack your website. Okay, and they will just in the movies they call the security engineer or security expert to get out of the attack. Okay, but actually not only, of course that is true, security engineer should be there, but not only security engineer, guys. Okay, there should be one cloud engineer also they will be calling. Why? Because the cloud engineer is the person who will be taking the backups and make the application live again. Okay, make the application live again. Okay, that's why most of the times the cloud engineer responsibility is to take the backups and retrieve the backup. Okay, retrieve the backup when it is needed. Okay, you will be learning that in the volumes and snapshots. Okay, and there is another concept called as AMIs. Okay, AMIs in the Amazon. Okay, Amazon Machine Image, AMIs, that you will be learning over here. Okay, how to take the AMIs. There is a huge concept called as AMI hardening, guys. Okay, I will explain you about AMI hardening over here in this um, topic. Okay. Now, then later on, there are more other services like SNS, Simple Notification Service, and SQS, and etc. Okay. Now, after SNS, in the sense, Simple Notification Service, we used to say that okay, you might have listened these kind of things like, hey, I got a notification saying about the application is not working properly. Hey, I got a notification saying that server is not up. Okay, hey, I got a notification that the CPU is more for our application. You keep on getting, you keep on listening these statements saying that I got a notification for this, I got a notification for that, but who is enabling those notifications? Okay, who is working on those notifications, and who is trying to resolve those notifications? In the sense, the cloud engineers case. Okay, the cloud engineers is the one who is trying to work on this. Okay, now SQS is a simple queue service. Okay, actually this is the developers service, guys, but still we have to learn to deploy how to create a SQS. Okay, I will give you one more best example for the SQS. Okay, real time example. Okay, let's take a Rapido, Ola, or Uber. We use a lot of travel communicate applications, right? Okay, to reach from one place to another place. Okay, now when you are booking a cab, okay, when you are booking a cab, okay, you enter the destination. Okay, you enter the destination and automatically that notification will go to the drivers. Okay, now imagine two drivers, okay, at a time accepted your application, but still you will get only one driver number. How it is happening, and how the application is selecting that particular driver only? Okay, because of the SQS, simple queue service. Okay, and it is calculating all the factors like geolocation, how much far he is. Okay, what is his, okay, what is the time taking for to reach your destination? Everything he will be calculating. The simple queue service will be calculating and giving you the exact driver. Okay, that you will be learning over here. That I will be teaching you, not the entire, but I will be explaining you the how to creation of the simple queue service like RabbitMQ or something. Okay, now this is where we will be pausing the cloud services. Okay, this is where we'll pausing the cloud services and we'll be jumping to the DevOps tools, where you will be learning the DevOps tools and doing the projects parallelly with the cloud. Okay, of course the cloud is not completed, guys. Okay, the cloud is not completed. We have to learn the security also. Okay, the DevSecops. Okay, but we have to do it with first DevOps projects. Okay, the live projects. Then we'll go for the DevSecOps. Okay, now okay, now first you will be learning the Git. Okay, source code management, and if you already have the idea about Git, then it will be easy. If not, don't worry, we will be I will be teaching you on that. Okay, source code management. Okay, you'll be learning what is source code management, what is version control system, what are the Git commands. You have to learn the Git commands. Gits. Okay, hardly you will be learning 8 to 10 commands. Okay, and if you have to be very perfect on those commands. If I ask you in the middle of the sleep also, you should be able to tell that. Okay, that that much importance is there in that Git. Okay, now after the Git, okay, you will be learning the CI/CD. Okay, the first CI/CD tool. Okay, in our syllabus there are multiple CI/CD tools, guys. Okay, I will explain you the first CI/CD. Okay, now CI/CD first. What is continuous integration? What is continuous delivery? Okay, and then I will be teaching you the first CI/CD tool, which is Jenkins. Okay, I will be teaching you how to create a Jenkins server and how to make the automation process and how to write the pipelines, etc., etc. And then after Jenkins, I will be teaching you the Maven, okay, which is Java based Java and .NET based applications deployment. Okay, sorry, .NET based applications. Okay, now here our second project. Okay, here I will be our second project. Okay, I will be teaching you the second project with the CI/CD pipelines. Okay, um, Git plus Jenkins pipeline, Jenkins automation. Okay, as a CI/CD. Okay, and we will be deploying one Maven application. Yes, so we will be deploying through Maven, Java or .NET application. Okay, now this project too, you will be getting with the help of the AI. Okay, I will be deploying one application. Okay, I will show to you a sample one. Okay, this is how you will be creating a shopping website or car track website or some pilgrimage or delivery app or something. Okay, like I will be teaching you multiple live projects with the help of AI. We'll be taking the AI help how to write that Java codes or Python code or something, and we have to deploy that into the cloud. Okay, if you want to call yourself as a DevOps engineer, okay, then you have to then you should be able to deploy any kind of programming language. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it is a Python, whether it is a Java, JavaScript, Perl. Okay, any kind of programming language you should be able to deploy it. Then only you should be calling yourself as a DevOps engineer. Okay, and we will be taking the help of AI to do it, and I will be teaching you what is the AI and how to get the LLMs. Okay, large language models, and what kind of different models you can use it. Okay, and what is meant by agent. Okay, you will be learning the AI also over here. Okay, to deploy your applications in the live. Okay, now the next one you will be learning over here, it is, sorry, okay, the Docker, guys. Okay, Docker is another core part of the DevOps. Okay, and you will be learning the Docker over here. What is Docker, how what is Docker file, and how to do the Docker image and etc. Just for the Docker you will take at least 4 to 5 days of time, guys. Okay, 4 to 5 days of the time you will be taking for the Docker. Okay, and I will explain you from the very detail, and you have to learn a few Docker commands and etc. Everything you will be learning over there. Okay, now the next one which you will be learning is another CI/CD tool. Okay, another CI/CD tool which is GitHub Actions. Okay, GitHub Actions you'll be learning, and if you are already applying into the jobs or if you are already into the IT, you might have heard this GitHub Actions is how much popular. Okay, now nowadays everyone is asking about the GitHub Actions in the job description, where they will be asking you whether you have any experience on it and etc. Okay, now I will be teaching you the GitHub Actions, how to write the pipeline, how to work on it, and etc. We'll be taking it our and our project three. Okay, our project three will be on the Git plus GitHub Actions as CI/CD. Okay, GitHub Actions as CI/CD. Okay, plus Docker. Okay, we'll be deploying the Docker, and you can take any Python or JavaScript. Okay, with the AI help. Okay, and you can deploy an application. Okay, now this is the third project you will be doing it. Okay, and we'll be doing the next one, which is Kubernetes. Okay, we'll be doing the Kubernetes. Okay, and it will take entire 1 week of time for the Kubernetes. Yes. Okay, everybody knows that Kubernetes is the heart of the DevOps. Okay, we call them as heart of the DevOps. Okay, that why? Because it is so much priority in the DevOps. If you don't know the Kubernetes, you cannot call yourself as a DevOps engineer. Okay, and when we are learning the Kubernetes, again we'll coming back to the cloud. Okay, as I told you, we'll be doing parallelly. Okay, we'll coming back to the cloud, and we'll be creating the EKS or AKS clusters. Okay, EKS and AKS clusters. Okay, Kubernetes clusters we'll be creating, and we'll be doing the Kubernetes project, guys. Okay, it will take only Kubernetes will take 1 week of time. Okay, and we'll be doing our project 4 is Kubernetes. Okay, again the same pattern. Okay, but here you will be adding the Kubernetes too with the Docker plus Kubernetes. Okay, now the next one, which is we are learning only the concepts of servers and Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, we should be having an idea of the serverless also. Okay, serverless concept also we should be learning. Okay, we have learned serverless in the starting of project one, but that is only the static page. Okay, the static application is different and dynamic application is different, guys. Okay, now all these only the project one is the static application, and all these second 2 3 and 4 are the dynamic applications, and the fifth project, okay, which we are doing is also dynamic application. Okay, you will be learning with the ECS. Okay, you will be learning the elastic container service or ACS. Okay, you will be doing that ACS or ECS. Okay, and you will deploying one application with the serverless architecture. Okay, now this also you'll be doing with the GitHub Actions. Okay, and here again the cluster you have to do the cloud engineer also, right? ECS or ACS cluster. Okay, you have to create the infrastructure as a cloud engineer, and you have to do the automation as a DevOps engineer. Okay, you have to do both parallelly together. Okay, and this is the project 5, and the last and the most and my favorite one is Ansible. Okay, Ansible is my favorite, guys. Okay, why? Because I will tell you one small example. Okay, if I ask you to deploy, if I ask you to install, okay, not deploy or anything, if I ask you to install Python, okay, in front of you there are 100 laptops, guys. Okay, imagine there are 100 laptops in front of you. Okay, and if I ask you to install Python, okay, install Python in all 100 laptops. Okay, then how much time it will take? It will take around 2 days or entire 1 day of time. Okay, if you don't sleep or something. Why? Because it's 100 laptops, and Python takes a lot of time to install. Okay, now this Ansible is a configuration management tool. Okay, which is how super and prior tool it is. Okay, configuration management tool. Okay, now it will help you. Okay, it will help you to it will help you to run or deploy any kind of application in multiple systems at a time. Okay, you can with the help of Ansible, I can install the same Python in less than 10 minutes, guys. Okay, it will take around 1 day or 2 days. I can do it in less than 10 minutes. Okay, that is the power of Ansible, guys. Okay, now you can go check it out. Okay, this project you will not be able to see in that Ansible multi deployment. Okay, You will be doing Ansible multi-deployment project, guys. It means at a time you will be deploying one application into the two servers or multiple servers. Okay, I will be teaching you on that, how to write a playbooks and etc. Will be I will be teaching you in that Ansible. Now let's come to the security. Okay, until now we have seen the DevOps, okay, tools. Now let's go for the Devsecops. Okay, now everyone is asking the same question, like multiple frequently asked question is like, why I need to, what is the difference between DevOps and Devsecops? You can see uh, by yourself there is only the security is added. Okay, now nowadays there are no security engineers, okay, into the cloud architecture, guys. Okay, there is no, of course security engineers are there. Okay, that is for the entire platform, okay, for entire application, especially for the cloud. Okay, especially for your cloud and everything, there are no security engineers, guys. Okay, the cloud engineers and the DevOps engineers only should be handling the security of the application in the cloud. Okay, you should be handling the application of the cloud architecture. Okay, not the entire application. Entire application will be on the, there are security engineers, they will be taking care of it, but you should be taking care of the security for the cloud, guys. Okay, you should be taking care of security for the cloud. Now you will be learning here the security tools. Okay, along with the AWS and Azure, you will be learning this logging and monitoring tools. Okay, logging and monitoring tools. Okay, you will be learning the dashboards. Okay, how to see the dashboards of the application. Okay, how to check out the multiple monitorings like CPU, node, okay, node, pod memory. Okay, there are multiple things in the dashboard you should be able to see. Okay, and this looks very very beautiful, guys. Okay, once you see the dashboard you will be liking it, and how to get that knowledge, you should be able to do it. Okay, dashboards, you will be creating it. Okay, and you will be learning the tools like Grafana. Okay, Grafana and Prometheus. Okay, Grafana and Prometheus. Okay, and you will be learning the CloudWatch. Sorry, you will be learning the CloudWatch, and you will be learning the log analytics. Okay, and for the monitoring tool, sorry, these are the login tools, guys. Okay, sorry, this is the monitoring tools. Okay, and if you go for the login tools, you will be learning here, it is ELK, Elastic Search, Elastic Logstash Kibana. Okay, you'll be learning Elastic Logstash Kibana. Okay, and again, the same CloudWatch and the Log Analytics are both for monitoring and logging tools, guys. You will be able to understand the CloudWatch and logging also in the login tools. Okay, now these are the monitoring and login tools. Of course, this will not be enough, guys. Okay, you need more and more. Okay, and you, at that time only you will be able to understand the security services. Okay, you will be having the guard duty. Okay, guard duty is also very very important service, guys. Okay, where you will be able to understand any kind of malwares, any kind of suspicious logins. Okay, if something happen, if some suspicious logging happening to the application, this guard duty will be able to check it out. Okay, now for suppose how the attacking happens in the real time application, guys. Okay, I will give you an example. Okay, now for suppose this is your application. Okay, let's take an example. Zepto is your application. Okay, Zepto is your application. Now, you cannot hack the Zepto. Okay, you cannot hack the Zepto. Okay, but how the attacker will think is, how the hacker will think is, of course, I cannot hack it, but I can keep on disturbing it. Okay, what will happen in the sense, he will keep on clicking on the login UI. Okay, the login page. He will keep on clicking on login page and giving the random stuff. Of course, he will not doing it manually, guys. Manually, he cannot do it. It will take a lot of time, but with the help of the bot, okay, with the help of the bot, okay, bot in the sense AI, okay, with the help of the AI, he will keep on doing the attack. Okay, he will keep on doing the attack to make the application get the high CPU. Okay, make the application get the high CPU, high CPU utilization, and it gets the loss. Okay, it will getting the loss to handle that application, guys. Okay. Okay, it will getting the loss to handle that application. Okay, because just imagine one within 1 minute you are getting the 1,000 users or 2,000 users or 10,000 users at a time. Okay, of course in real time the user cannot keep on clicking on login page 20,000 times within 1 minute. Okay, but the application AI bot can do it. Okay, you will be able to see that kind of attacks happen through the attacker, and the guard duty will be able to help you. Okay, and there are other tools called as AWS inspector, guys. Okay, AWS inspector will help you. Okay, there is AWS security hub. Okay, AWS security hub and Azure application firewall. Okay, web application firewall. Okay, and these are all the things you will be able to see in the security tools. Okay, and not only these tools, guys. Okay, in the pipeline. Okay, I have not mentioned here why, because I have to explain here in the Devsecops. Okay, in the pipeline you will be able to see the scanners. Okay, application and code scanners, guys. Okay, which we call it as SaaS tools. Okay, SaaS tools like Sonar Cloud. Okay, Sonar Cloud or Sync. Okay, Sync is the another one tool, guys, which helps you to get any dependency, sorry, code smells or duplicates or anything in the developers. Okay, of course the code is not written by us. Okay, but the developer, we should inform the developers there is a what is it, there is a vulnerabilities. Okay, there are vulnerabilities in your code. Okay, there are vulnerabilities in your code, and you should be able to rectify those vulnerabilities. Okay, that is the main important one. Okay, you will be able to see it in the SaaS tools. Okay, vulnerabilities you will be seeing it. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now you will be able to see one more tool here in the same SaaS, which is called as Trivi. Okay. Trivi is for the image scanning, guys. Okay. Docker image scanning. I will explain you. This is a little bit more advanced, but we need to understand this Trivi. Why? Because so many organizations are behind Trivi, because that is the only one tool, guys. Okay. In the entire industry, Trivi is only the one tool which does the Docker image scanning. Okay, and of course there are other tools, but the Trivi has this what do you say, the vulnerability clearance rate is very high. Okay, the vulnerability clearance rate of the Trivi is 99%. Okay, that's why most of the people will be using the Trivi, and we'll be using the another DevOps tool. Okay, here I need to write down is Terraform. Okay, infrastructure as a code. Okay, infrastructure as a code. Okay, you will be learning over here, which is Terraform. Okay, which is Terraform. And here the security tool you will be learning over here, it is Terraform is Chekhov. Okay, this Chekhov is the infrastructure as a tool which you will be creating it, and you will be learning as a security scanner. Okay, these are all the security scanners which help you to your application run smoothly, guys. Okay, Chekhov is the IAC scanner, security scanner. Okay, and I will explain you the dash tools. Okay, dash tools like burp suit. Okay, this is the very popular one, guys. Okay, this is my favorite tool, burp suit. Okay, and you will be able to see how the SQL injections. Okay, how the SQL injections, how the SQL attacks. Okay, happens. Okay, injection attacks happens. SQL injection attacks. Okay, okay, any kind of attacks, how it is happening, you will be able to see in the burp suit, guys. Okay, I will be showing you that. These are all the security tools as a DevSecOps. Okay, and you will be seeing the live 6 projects with the DevOps, and you will be learning the cloud. Okay, all these you will be learning in the next 60 to 70 days. Okay, maybe 75 days. Just I'm giving the 5 days as a buffer. Okay, 10 days as a buffer. Okay, why? Because we might have some holidays, or we might have, I might be sick. We are all humans, guys. Okay, I might be sick. One day can be missing or something. Okay, That's why I'm giving you the exact number, not like others. I will complete it within 30 days, 40 days. If anybody says this kind of data can be completed within 30 days or 40 days, guys, don't believe them. Why? Because they are just showing you without any practical knowledge or anything. Okay, this projects, live projects, and the live security tools, and how to do everything in the live with the multi cloud, at least will take 60 to 70 days of time, and that every day of 6 days a week. Okay, not 7 days a week, 6 days a week, and 60 to 70 days of time will be there to complete all the live projects and the security tools and everything. Okay, this is the thing from my side for today. Okay, do you have any questions? Anyone has any questions on this? Radhika or Abhimanyu?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Question.
Any questions?
No, as of now, it's clear, Shiva. Thank you.
Uh, okay, that's it for today. Thank you, guys. We can continue on the next session that management will be giving you an idea about when is the next session on Monday. Okay, uh, let's connect on that. Thank you, guys.
So it
Thank you,
will
sir.
be like 3 sessions, Shiva?
Sorry, Radhika.
How it will be? It's like Monday to Saturday sessions?
Yes, it will be 6 days a week,
Oh, okay. Cool.
Monday to
Thank
Saturday.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.